Thank you, Sandy. We're back here once again on the deck of NBC News Election Central, and suppose we direct your attention now to the National Recap Board. First to the national popular vote as it now stands. It's still very close.
On 95 electoral
more states in the past half.
Solid East for Senator Kennedy. The story of Nixon's victories, two of the closest presidents.
50.7% of their vote to Kennedy. It's a razor-thin lead.
One of these states to resolve the issue could now be the state of Washington. It could be California. It could be New Mexico. It could be Illinois.
Commentators suggest that without the many delegates from California, Senator Kennedy cannot win.
Senator Kennedy is headed toward 350 electoral votes. A new figure has appeared on the California board. This could be critical. A little over 60% of the vote is now in, and Kennedy is up to his biggest lead he's had all night, a lead of about 109,000 votes. He's very slowly pulling away.
Do you need anything?
Yes, California.
Continues if Mr. Kennedy, Senator Kennedy, will be the next president of the United States.
At 7:19 a.m. Eastern Time, Senator Kennedy was elected president of the United States.
Now you go down and out 10 yards. Make sure you catch the ball.
Yes, they're all ready, but what you go? Yeah, okay, I'll go along.
Watch Robin now. He cheats. Moffat, you take the dog.
Yes, sir, on the dog.
Peter. Robin, stay on side, Robin. Ready? Hut, hut, hut.
Go. Now I'm already confused.
Get the dog off line. Get me too.
Over here. Now, Mr. President, do it now.
Not yet, Ethel.
Push it. All right.
Good girl.
My brother Jack. All guts, no brains. Don't let them see me like this. I'll cover for you, all right?
How's it feel to have a son in the White House, Mr. Kennedy?
It's a wonderful thing for us and for the country.
Don't let him run like that. Tackle him, hurt him. Take him when he's down. Hey, Dad. That's steady. Are they ready for us at the armory?
No, they still need a couple of hours. The press is still arriving. Ethel? Where's Joan?
She wouldn't be here, would she?
You see that pass?
That was so sloppy. No.
Secret Service. I guess that means it's official now.
I hadn't thought of that.
I wonder what'll happen to us now, to our children.
I have Lace. She's on the beach.
It's so dreary being followed by these men for the next 4 years.
Mrs. Kennedy?
I won't allow it. I refuse. Come on.
Jackie, you have to let them do their job.
Mrs. Kennedy?
You're important now. The First Lady.
Yes. What about you, Joan? What are you and Ted going to do now?
I don't know. I thought we were going to go to California. Ted wanted to get away from all this, but Grandpa Kennedy wouldn't hear of it. He wants Ted in politics.
And he'll have his way in the end. He always does. At least there'll be a lot of good parties.
I have nothing to wear.
Oh, the really important things. I've been planning my wardrobe for weeks, and I must say I'm completely overwhelmed by my own good taste. Actually, Jack's complaining about the cost, of course, but...
Jackie, you are wonderful. If you ever need anything, if there's anything I can do to help you with any of this.
Mrs. Kennedy, maybe you should go back to the big house now. You do have a press conference, and the ambassador would like to have a photo.
And who are you to tell me what to do?
Clinton Hill, ma'am. Clint. I'll be with you for the duration.
Mr. Hill. Come on, Joan. Help me to change.
I'm ready.
Jackie isn't here yet.
She always has to make an entrance.
You make it sound like she plans it.
Get with it, Joan. How long have you been married to this family? Of course she plans it. I knew that from the first day I met her. I was having a St. Patrick's Day party, and I thought I'd have a little fun. So I told everyone to come dressed in black.
Well, Ethel's got some trick up her sleeve. She loves her games.
Hey, you on your own, Jack? Haven't seen you without a great-looking girl on your arm since college.
Oh, I've got a date, Lem, and she is a looker. Something more than that. Wait till you get a load of her. She's a... There she is.
How does he do it?
I don't know.
You look great.
You look terrible. Are you okay?
Well, it's just my back. I've had it since college, but you get used to it. Bobby! Bobby! This is Jacqueline Bouvier, my brother, Robert Kennedy.
You look just as beautiful as Jack said.
Here I am, everybody. How are y'all? Happy St. Pat's.
That's my Ethel. Hope you're not upset.
No, it's her party. She can do whatever she likes. I think it's rather clever.
She's pretty wild, but I think you can handle her. I mean, who knows? Maybe you and Ethel will get to be friends.
It will be very refreshing to know someone who has no interest in good fashion.
Oh boy, this is going to be wild.
And 2 snails get robbed by 2 turtles. And they go up to some offices and say, we've been robbed.
You fit in well.
She just might be what Jack needs.
She's the center of attention. It's my party.
Oh, hello, you must be Ethel. I'm Jacqueline Bouvier.
Hi.
Hi, I'm so sorry, but I have to leave.
Before dinner, we have a wonderful meal.
Yes, I'd really love to stay, but I have the most dreadful headache ever. I'm so sorry. Thank you so much.
Here, Bobby. Take this. Shall I see you home?
Oh, no. There are important people here. You say you want to be president one day. I know what you need to do.
Will you come to the Cape? I want you to meet the rest of my family.
Will Ethel be there?
What? You're such a lawyer.
It's just a small thank you for the party. I'm sorry I left so early.
This is too much.
No, you went to so much trouble, and well, the truth is I was feeling a little ill, and your house was so cold. That's why I was standing by the fire all night.
Well, you can blame Grandma Rose for that. The Kennedys are richer than rich, but Rose watches every dime. She's furious about the amount Bobby and I are spending, so she said I could only have the party if I didn't use any heat. So Bobby said it's a party or heat you choose, so I did. I chose the party.
Naturally. So what's it like with Bobby?
Well, I didn't have much experience before I married him. Heck, I didn't have experience at all. I was gonna be a nun. The first night, the honeymoon, you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
I think Bobby was finished before I even got into the room. At least it felt that way. But we got the hang of it.
Now, what are you girls gossiping about?
Well, Ethel was just telling me how well Bobby sleeps.
So lovely. Oh, no one in this family understands the value of money.
She's remarkable.
The only woman I know who could put up with Grandpa Kennedy.
I've heard rumors.
Most of them true. He's not exactly a model of virtue, if you get what I mean.
And do his sons take after him?
They want to win, like him, at everything they do. They want to conquer the world. It's never dull. It's like being at the center of everything. And then it hit me. She's asking questions all the time, on and on with the questions, and I'm sitting there answering all the questions. And then I realized, as long as she keeps me talking, she doesn't have to say anything about herself.
That's true.
She's deep, that one.
Oh my, is everyone here already?
See what I mean? Jacqueline rhymes with queen.
Ethel?
Oh, don't get me wrong. I love her. She's my sister-in-law, for better and for worse.
She's beautiful. Joan. You look beautiful. Okay, let's take those pictures now. Come on, everyone.
Oh, yes.
Bobby. Come on, Peter. Show us how they do it in Hollywood.
Can we get copies of this? Prints for everyone.
Jackie. Oh, Joan. What a lovely surprise.
I came to meet the new Kennedy.
I'm glad.
He's so very tiny. Is he gonna be all right?
They say he's doing fine, but, well, at least I've given Jack a son. Pray God you never meet Joan. The campaign was bad enough, but now it's worse. I mean, I just get so tired. I feel like I'm crying and laughing all at the same time.
You just have to relax.
No, there's no time. The inauguration. It's Jack's shining moment.
But if you're sick, people will understand.
No, I have to do this. I have to get through this. That's what doctors are for.
Jackie, lie down. Come on.
Let the word go forth from this time and place to friend and foe alike that the torch has been passed to a new generation of Americans born in this century, tempered by war, that we shall pay any price, bear any burden, oppose any foe, to assure the survival and success of liberty. This much we pledge and more. And so, my fellow Americans, ask not what your country can do for you. Ask what you can do for your country.
Hiya, kid. Isn't this something?
Yes, thank you.
Hello, is anybody in there? What is she, on drugs or something?
Of course she is. She's sick, exhausted because of the baby. How much pressure is she under?
We're all under pressure. 5 balls in one night's enough for anybody. Lem? Come on, let's dance.
All alone?
It's just a little overwhelming. How glamorous does life get? What are you gonna do now, Ted? Now that this is all over?
I don't know, Jonesy. Dad's talking about me running for Jack's old seat in the Senate, but that's his dream, not mine. Not yet. Anyway, right now I'm too young.
It's up to you, Ted. Whatever you want. I'll go anywhere with you.
You want to go home?
Always.
This is Ole Casino. He's a friend of mine.
This gentleman knows that, don't you? You know that we were better. That's because we had Clark Clifford, right?
Thank you. Well, have a good
And
night.
McNamara. McNamara's on board now. Thank you very much for coming. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thanks for your help.
Excuse me. Sorry. Jack? I'm exhausted. I have to go. The baby. But you should stay. This is your moment. Just go out without me. I'm sorry.
Now, you have nothing in the world to apologize for. Thank you.
Thank you.
Get Mrs. Kennedy's car.
It's been a great night for them.
For all of us.
Bobby, gonna be the Attorney General?
It's what Grandpa Kennedy wants. And Jack.
And you?
I think he should break out on his own, away from Jack. Maybe run for governor or something. And then in 8 years, it'll be our turn in the White House. But it's up to Bobby. Whatever he wants to do.
On the matter of the appointment of Robert Francis Kennedy to the position of Attorney General of the United States. All those in favor, say aye.
Aye. I've always said he's the man for the job.
I spy someone who hasn't been in the pool yet.
Peter, I'm not going in the pool.
Yes. She's not interested. She doesn't want to go. It's refreshing.
All right.
Come on. Put me in that pool.
This is the job of the Attorney General.
Good one. It's only water. You won't melt.
Don't worry, I'll soon warm you up.
Bobby! Don't you want to play football?
Not right now, Ethel.
Hi, kid. What's wrong, sweetheart?
Oh, I don't know. It's just all been too much.
I love you, Effie. You know that. Come on. We're a team, you and I. Huh?
I know. I know that. Okay, now come on. You know I'm not one of them to be feeling sorry for myself.
That's my Effie.
I'm fine, kid.
I just love this place. Worked out great. I don't know why you and Jack decided to sell.
It was too big for us.
Well, with our 5 kids, it's not, and you know there's gonna be more. You know Bobby, and we've got horses in the barn and a monkey, and now the kids want a seal in the swimming pool. Gilmore. Oh, good dog.
It's a zoo.
Jackie.
Have you read this?
He's just like his father.
And what about Bobby? Is he just like his father, too?
No. I asked Bobby if he ever cheats on me, and he says he doesn't, and that's the end of it for me.
I don't care what Jack does in his personal life. But I don't want it thrown in my face. He wasn't there for Arabella.
She's with God, Jackie.
I needed that little girl, and when she was stillborn, I needed Jack. More than I've ever needed anyone, but he wasn't there. He stayed on vacation. I don't want to be married to a man who's so selfish.
Grandpa Kennedy will not let you out of the marriage, Jackie. You know that.
Jackie. Oh, thank you for coming. Let me get this.
Thank you.
God, you do look wonderful.
Thank you. So nice to see you, Grandpa.
You almost make me forget I'm old.
Oh, I don't think of you as old. When I look at you, I see my father. A very handsome man.
Out now. Look out now. 20 years younger, Jack wouldn't have had a chance. I'd have got there first.
And I might have said yes.
I hear rumors you're not happy in your marriage.
I think I'll have the chicken.
You understand that divorce is not a possibility. Would do too much damage to Jack's political future. So, we have to find a way to make you happy.
Is everything political?
This family it is.
I'm not interested in politics.
So, well, what then? Tell me. After all, you are a Kennedy.
I want some freedom from that. I want my own life. I want art and culture and travel. In the appropriate style, of course.
Freedom. I think you should have as much freedom as it takes to make you happy. As long as you stay married to Jack. Steak is a lot better than the chicken.
Madame?
Je voudrais du filet mignon, s'il vous plaît.
Très bien.
Merci.
Our efforts in space have been under review. With the advice of the Vice President, who was chairman of the National Space Council, we have examined where we are strong and where we are not.
Come here, sweetie.
Now it is time to take longer strides. Time for a great new American enterprise. Time for this nation to take a clearly leading role in space achievement.
So much for the commies and their damn Sputnik.
First, I believe that this nation should commit itself to achieving the goal, before this decade is out, of landing a man on the moon and returning him safely to the Earth.
The moon?
It is impossible.
Oh, it is if Jack says so.
Jackie, this is so thrilling. You must be so proud.
If Grandpa Joe has his way, you'll be too. You'll have all this one day.
No.
Yes, well, Bobby first and then Ted.
No, not me.
Yes, you could.
I bet I could.
Solid fuel booster, much larger than any now being developed.
Oh, wow, George. Look at the dish. It's my brother Teddy's wife. We call her the dish. So anyway, are you going to be
Look at you. You look terrific. Always wear that color.
No doubt about it, you look great.
You don't think it's too much?
Of course it is. But what the heck, you can pull it off.
And your hair.
Oh, yeah? Well, you should have seen her hair when she woke up this morning.
What's the matter with you? This is your wife.
I was
you don't
joking.
insult her here.
I was joking. That's all. Joan, it was a joke.
Come on, Joan.
Joan, I was joking.
You want to make over the White House?
I have to do something with my life, George. I hardly see Jack anymore. And it needs it. When Mamie Eisenhower showed me around, I couldn't believe how dreary it is.
Do you know how many rooms there are? It'll cost a fortune.
Oh, you're a senator? You could ply your trade with the great congressional body.
To what end?
Well, if they voted to make the White House a national monument, which it should be, it would open the way to a lot of money.
Well, there'll be a lot of opposition. Jack's space race will cost billions.
So we just let this old house rot?
Well, it'll mean lots of boring fundraisers.
And I know that you and Jack would much rather be sailing down the Potomac on a yacht with some pretty girls like Marilyn.
Not Jackie.
Oh, George, please, don't give me that. I know what's going on, and I'm not fooled by any of it. When are you and Jack going to grow up?
Un gran piacere, signora Kelly.
Buonanotte, signora, grazie. Now, are you going to help me or not?
Ted? Are you home already? My friends said they told me that they'd seen him with other women. I feel like it's all my fault. He doesn't want me because I'm pregnant or because I haven't given him all the children he wants, or I'm not clever enough or pretty enough.
It's just silly. Do you want to leave him?
No. It's wonderful sometimes. He's the greatest father to the children, and he can be the best lover. The sweetest.
So can Jack.
I love him, Jackie.
Then you've got to build your own life within this Kennedy world.
What about Dad?
He's just like his brothers. No one woman is ever enough for a guy in that family.
And you just live with it?
Well, frankly, their behavior makes me sick. But they do give us family, security, power, money. They put us at the center of everything.
It isn't what I thought marriage would be.
No. But they do give us the freedom to be ourselves. Besides, Jack has the weight of the world on his shoulders. I don't want to add to his burden. Did you know that Grandma Rose would only have sex with Grandpa every time she wanted another baby?
She only had 9 children.
That's better. It's good to see you smile again.
There was a problem with the memo about the vitrines. The architect couldn't read it and thought you wanted tastefully designed latrines.
I have terrible handwriting.
Well, I'll take care of that.
Okay, thank you.
So anyway, she's beautiful in these portraits, but actually she was nuts. She's new. I was showing her around. That's all. That's enough. Thank you.
What, are you a tour guide or the President of the United States? Gotta be careful, Jack. I love asparagus. Like you have to be careful with Marilyn. What if it leaks out before the next election?
Hello, Dad.
Oh, my, would you look at Joan? You'd never know she just had a kid. She still looks like a Revlon girl. Hey, Joan! What'd you think this was, a magazine cover story? Maybe I should dress like a model, too.
I liked it. I thought it was pretty.
Oh, forget it.
Why'd you do that? We're all sisters.
Oh, come on. You know what an easy mark Joan is. Who doesn't enjoy making her squirm? Besides, she knows what I'm like.
Hey, Joan, you know Jackie's gonna be on TV?
It's a tour of my new White House. The new White House, next February.
A whole hour of Jackie.
You're gonna be a TV star.
I thought she wanted to be a queen.
Well, actually, I've always wanted to be a ballerina.
What? With those clodhoppers, you'd be better off going out for soccer.
Oh, hi again. She does you great, Ethel.
Hi, you kid.
Hi again.
Joe.
And you too, you little model.
He may never walk again or talk again.
I'm so sorry, Grandma.
It's God's will, dear.
He'll walk again, I promise you that.
Grandpa. Grandpa, I'm praying for you.
For on this generation of Americans falls the full burden of proving to the world that we really mean it when we say that all men are created equal and are equal before the law. Will we enforce the civil rights statutes? The answer is yes, we will. I hold a constitutional office in the United States government, and I shall perform the duty I have sworn to undertake, to enforce the law in every field of law and every region. I welcome the challenge. I welcome the opportunity.
Gentlemen, I've called you here today to formally announce my candidacy for the Democratic Party nomination for the Senate.
Are you old enough, Mr. Kennedy?
I will be in November.
Is she really gonna be here? I just love her. I wanted her to play me in that film they were gonna make of your book.
It's never gonna happen, Effie.
I can dream. Hiya, kids!
Yes.
Grand!
How you doing?
Bobby!
See you there. Great, great.
Bobby!
Hiya!
Hey.
Wow! Oh, my.
Something special.
Come on. Gorgeous. Oh, come.
Bobby Kennedy, this is Marilyn Monroe. So pleased to meet you, Mr. Kennedy. I know your brother Jack. How is he?
He's,
I had some questions I wanted to ask you, if you don't mind.
Sure.
I wrote them down so I wouldn't forget. What does an attorney general do?
I catch really bad criminals.
Good one, Bobby.
Come on.
Good one, Bobby.
I just think she's a big phony. And if I'm never around her again, it'd be fine with me. This one's trouble.
Marilyn's harmless.
Go.
I feel so strongly in the White House should have as fine a collection of American pictures as possible. It's so important, the setting in which the presidency is presented to the world.
It was a great success when it aired in the States. But I can't believe it. My own sister? A TV star?
Hello?
It's so complicated. I can't believe my voice. I don't really sound like that, do I?
Jackie.
And if it's an American company, you can handle it. Joan?
Oh, Jackie, it's terrible.
Whatever's wrong, calm down. It can't be that bad.
Ted, he cheated on a Spanish exam when he was at Harvard, and he was readmitted and graduated. But I don't know. Some reporter has found out, and they're gonna publish it next week. It's gonna kill his chances for the election.
In 2 days' time, something bigger will come out, and this will all be forgotten. Maybe we'll get lucky, and someone really important will drop dead. You must concentrate on other things.
You're a Kennedy wife. You have to learn. Go out and help Ted campaign.
Help get him into the Senate. That'll take your mind off this. That's the best answer to the critics. Now you go and hug Kara and Ted Jr. for me, okay?
Okay. Thanks, Jackie.
Thank you all for being here today. I certainly appreciate your presence on such a beautiful spring day. I'm here to talk about my candidacy for the Senate.
Are you sure you're okay with this, Mrs. Kennedy?
Yes, thank you. Hello, I'm Joan Kennedy. Hello, nice to meet you, Joan Kennedy. Hi, I'm Joan Kennedy. I'm here on behalf of my husband, Ted.
You know, I don't like this business in the paper about him cheating at Harvard.
No, I agree with you. I agree with you. It was a terrible mistake. But he was very young, and he's admitted what he did. And I think that honesty is very important in a politician, don't you?
You see, I don't do this because I enjoy it. I don't do it for myself. I do it for Ted. Politics is his life. His brother is the president, his other brother is the attorney general, and they both share a vision for a better future for the people of this state and of this country. And Ted Kennedy shares that vision, and that's why I'm asking you to vote for the man. And that's why I ask you, hello, to vote for the man who can truly represent you in the United States Senate, the man that I'm proud to call my husband, Edward Kennedy. Thank you very much. Have a great day.
Our next stop is the local hospital, Mrs. Kennedy.
Was I all right? Was I all right?
You? Excuse me. You were great. You're our secret weapon.
Good ride, Mrs. Kennedy?
Getting ready for the horse show, Mr. Hill.
Good luck with that. You really love it here, don't you?
I know it's only rented, but it's the nearest thing we have to a home. That other place is just the house we live in.
We need to talk about your schedule in New York.
Oh, I'm not going.
But it's the president's birthday. Marilyn Monroe is going to sing.
I'm not going to sit there and watch that. Life's too short to worry about Marilyn Monroe. If you ask me, this administration is completely out of control with all this Marilyn business. Forget I ever said that, please.
This isn't going to be vulgar, is it? I'm sure not, Grandma. Just some fun. Bobby wanted to get Jack something special for his birthday.
Ladies and gentlemen, never in the history of show business there's been no one female who has meant so much, who has done more. Mr. President. The late Marilyn Monroe.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Mr. President. Happy birthday to you. Everybody, happy birthday!
Hugh.
I can now retire from politics after having had Happy Birthday sung to me in such a sweet, wholesome way.
You ready?
You in practice.
Okay.
Are you practically ready?
Okay.
Right,
I think it's time for bed. Okay, Caroline, good night.
We'll play more thumb wrestling tomorrow.
Mommy.
All right. You gotta go to bed. You gotta go to bed tonight.
You
Oh, don't cry. No, it's all right. Good night, Caroline. I love you. Good night, sweetheart. We'll play tomorrow. Oh, don't cry. We'll play some more tomorrow.
I want you to stop it. Stop saying it. This one's different, Jack. This one's trouble.
She's harmless. It was just fun.
Marilyn obviously can't control herself. She's an accident waiting to happen. Leave her alone, for God's sake. Have some pity on her.
There's nothing to it. She's just a nice kid.
I thought we had this all worked out.
Jackie.
I do love you, Jack, but this is... I think you're being a fool. If things don't change, if you don't break off with Marilyn, I'll leave you. I'll move out of the White House with the kids and I'll file for divorce just before the '64 election. That's the deal, Jack. I'll stay for 4th of July, but then I'm going to Italy for the summer with my sister. Let me know what you decide.
Is your husband fond of children, Mrs. Kennedy?
Oh, all the Kennedys love children. We've been married for 4 years, and Ted can't understand why we don't have 4 children. He wants 9. He says that if his mother hadn't had 9 children, then I wouldn't have him. Ted's also the favorite uncle. He's so big, he can roughhouse with all the children. And the Presnell used to be the same, but now his back is a problem, and he can barely pick up his own son.
Well, I think that's it. Thank you very much, Mrs. Kennedy.
No, thank you.
Thank you, people. That's all for now.
That's all for now, gentlemen.
Is that all right?
Thank you, Lord, for your great bounty and for the many mercies you have shown to us. Amen.
Amen. That's wonderful. All right, now, what can I, let me, is it? That's tonight, I think.
Oh, that's all right. It's all set up. Come on, you can go in the other room. Make sure your sister eats her breakfast.
You planning on staying here for the summer?
Most of the time. We've got to go to San Francisco in August, and we're going to the World's Fair in Seattle. Are you staying here?
Oh, I don't think there's going to be enough room with everybody here. You can have our house if you like. Really?
Won't you be here?
No, I'm going to Italy for the summer.
Oh, is Jack going with you?
Well, I have to run the country, Mother.
Maybe you need a vacation.
Oh. Now, Dish, you've caused quite a fuss telling the reporters about my back.
Nothing, I just said...
You said his back is a problem. He can barely pick up his own son.
We never talk about his back.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean anything.
But she can issue a denial. It's,
I'm sure she was doing her best.
What's wrong with having a bad back? You are only human after all.
When I was growing up, I hoped that maybe I was just a little bit special. And that my husband would think so too.
Those guys are overreacting. I mean, it's pretty obvious that Jack's got a back problem.
I always thought he should have married my sister Candy. She's much more like a Kennedy than I am.
Ted chose you because you're Joan. Not Ethel or Eunice or Candy. So why would you want to change?
Because it isn't working. Because I've tried. Because I've done everything that you told me to do. I've done everything that I know how to do. And this is not what I want my marriage to be.
But that doesn't mean the fault is yours, Joan. Have you changed your mind about leaving him?
Oh, yeah. I just want to... I just need to know that he loves me. God, Jackie, how do you cope?
Shocking news from Hollywood. Screen siren Marilyn Monroe has been found dead in her home in Los Angeles, California. Police sources say sleeping pills were found near the late actress's bedside. Marilyn Monroe was 36 years old.
No, there's nothing at all. It's all on the outside. I'm working on that.
Are we going to get the judge now?
I'm working on that.
Marilyn Monroe is dead.
Find out about the statue. No problem. No, there's nothing at all.
But I am so proud because in my hometown, Rome, they are making a movie.
Cleopatra.
That's right.
And I have the most delicious story.
You do?
Elizabeth Taylor is having an affair with her co-star, Richard Burton.
Oh, but I know. Have you heard the awful news about Marilyn Monroe?
What about Marilyn Monroe?
But the poor girl committed suicide, haven't you heard?
Oh, please. Nothing unpleasant this evening.
They found her naked in her bed.
Isn't it tragic enough about us all sitting here gossiping about it? Jack told me he stopped seeing Marilyn some time ago. I don't blame him for what happened.
It doesn't help if one is a weak woman. A powerful man in her life influencing her to make all the wrong choices.
We're all responsible for our own lives. I'm going home.
Dean, I need to be sure. Right. Well, I have it here. Cuba Ridge. That's right. Thank you, Dean.
Now, we want to make sure.
Got it. What are the latest reports from CIA intelligence?
Yeah, it's possible.
You've been at it all day, so I brought some chowder.
New England's answer for everything.
We're going to look at pictures.
I need some fresh air. Come walk with me. The Russians have broken their word. They're setting up bases for nuclear missiles in Cuba. Long-range missiles. They could reach most of the eastern seaboard.
Here?
Here, New York, Mexico, anywhere in the Caribbean.
They wouldn't use them.
Then why put them there? We can't allow it, Jackie.
Jack, is there going to be a war?
Some of the guys want us to bomb Cuba now, but if we do that, the Russians will use it as an excuse to take Berlin. Now, we could not allow that. So, yes, it would be war. I think a blockade of Cuba might be better, safer for now. Stop them from getting any more missiles to the island.
Won't the Russians run the blockade?
Maybe. Maybe not. It's hard to read. We've never been at the brink like this before. Look, whatever happens, you and the kids, you'll be fine. We'll get you away.
I don't want to go anywhere. I want to be with you.
Good evening, my fellow citizens. This government, as promised, has maintained the closest surveillance of the Soviet military buildup on the island of Cuba. Within the past week, unmistakable evidence has established the fact
that a series of offensive missile sites is now in preparation on that imprisoned island. We have been determined not to be diverted from our central concerns by mere irritants and fanatics. But now further action is required, and it is underway. And these actions may only be the beginning. We will not prematurely or unnecessarily risk the costs of worldwide nuclear war, in which even the fruits of victory would be ashes in our mouth. But neither will we shrink from that risk. At any time, it must be faced.
It's dreadful to think that not one of these kids might ever grow up.
Shouldn't we get away? Go to Hyannis Port or something?
As if we'd be any safer there. If they launch one of those missiles, no one on this side of the country will be safe anywhere.
Initial steps be taken immediately.
And if Jackie leaves the White House, there'll be panic. People will be evacuating their homes all over the East Coast. She knows that. She won't leave.
All ships of any kind bound for Cuba, from whatever nation or port, be turned back. It shall be the policy of this nation to regard any nuclear missile launched from Cuba against any nation in the Western Hemisphere as an attack by the Soviet Union on the United States, requiring a full retaliatory response upon the Soviet Union.
My guess is Khrushchev will back down. The Russians won't run the blockade.
Even so, we still have a 50-50 chance of being at war.
I wonder how Eleanor Roosevelt would handle this. How she got to World War II, I'll never know. I just pray to God to give me the strength to be half as much help to Jack as she was to President Roosevelt.
Well, if it's the end of the world, it's God's will. There's nothing we can do about it. We're in God's hands now.
Well then, God bless us. Everybody.
God bless us.
90 miles off the coast of Florida, Russian-built missiles with nuclear warheads head to Cuban soil to be pointed at the heart of the United States. And now, after 14 days of intense negotiations, and with the world at the brink of nuclear war, President Kennedy has forced the Russians to turn those rockets around. It's a proud day for President Kennedy and for the American people. Here you see the Russian ships turning away rather than facing the U.S. blockade.
We, had to make a deal. No one knows about it, but, we're taking some obsolete Jupiter missiles out of Turkey, and they're pulling theirs out of Cuba.
I am so very, very proud of you.
I had a lot of help. Bobby, especially.
Everyone needs help, Jack.
You miss this place?
It's just a rented house. And the lease is expired.
Ladies and gentlemen, I would like you to meet the new senator for the great state of Massachusetts, my friend, Edward M. Kennedy!
Thank you for your appreciate it. Couldn't have done it without you. Congratulations. Always a pleasure. Thank you so much. Jonesy, you did great.
Thank you. Thank you all very much. Thank you. I just want to say, I want to thank each and every one of you for all your hard work during this campaign. And I want to say how honored I am to be serving you in the United States Senate.
Yes, well, I've got a lot of work to do. I'm going to be here for another couple hours at least.
I know you've got to prove yourself, Ted. But I miss you.
Yeah, well, I'll make it up to you, I promise, okay, dear?
I'll wait up for you. I love you, Ted.
Well, I know you wanted to meet one of the Kennedy wives, but they're all expecting babies, as you may know, and are unavailable at this time. My sisters may all be expecting as well, I don't know. But don't quote me on that. You ladies are the best-looking group of women in the country, and it's my honor and privilege to meet and speak with you today, and I'll be sure and tell Jackie, Joan, and Ethel just what they missed. Right this way.
All right, Doctor.
Ted, it's a baby.
Right there.
Something's wrong. I'm so sorry, Ted.
All right,
I'm so
Jonesy, it's all right. As long as you're okay. You're the only one who matters, all right?
I don't want to have babies, Ted. I don't want to have a lot
lots and lots of babies.
You will, Jonesy, you will. We'll have lots and lots of babies.
It's a very pretty blue, but what will you do if it's a girl?
Oh, it's a boy. I know it is.
Mrs. Kennedy, it's the president.
So let me ask you as I close to lift your eyes beyond the dangers of today to the hope of tomorrow. Beyond the freedom merely of this city of Berlin or your country of Germany. To the advance of freedom everywhere. When all men are free, then we can look forward to that day when this city will be joined as one and this country and this great continent of Europe in a peaceful and hopeful globe. All free men, wherever they may live, are citizens of Berlin. And therefore, as a free man, I take pride in the words, Ich bin ein Berliner.
Ich bin ein Berliner. Good job.
Jack! Jack!
Jack? How's...
It's a little boy. His name is Patrick. Patrick Bouvier Kennedy. He's not very strong, Jack. He's got a few problems.
I can't explain what happened. I'm not Ethel. I don't know that all things happen for a reason. I just know that they happen. But we've got to go on somehow. I know that we have the strength to go on.
Do you have the strength, Jonesy? Do you have the strength to get through this life that Almighty God has given us?
I know that you do, Jack. Of all people, you do.
You know, there are rumors about your sister and this Onassis guy. Nanny!
Yes, ma'am.
He's really quite charismatic. I understand what women see in him.
Yeah, well, Bobby says he's one of the biggest scoundrels in the world. He's a crook. You know how he made his money?
I don't care, Ethel. I find him quite charming.
Well, you have to care. It's political. It'll hurt Jack. And it'll hurt Bobby's chances when it's his turn for the presidency.
This isn't about politics. This is about me. I just need to get away. I need to take my mind off things.
Look, I know you're upset about Patrick. And I know that if anything ever happened to me like that, I would want to forget it as soon as possible. But this, you can't be serious.
You've never lost a child, Ethel. You don't know.
Courtney, be careful.
If Jack doesn't care, why should you?
This country will not be happy seeing pictures of the First Lady carousing with a known criminal. When Bobby and I are in the White House, not one decision will ever be made that would cause any controversy whatsoever.
I don't mean to be rude, Ethel, but you're not in the White House yet. I'm going on this trip, and that's final.
To the east, on the coast of Turkey, is Troy. After 10 long years of war, the hero Odysseus sailed for home, to the island of Ithaca, there, far beyond the horizon. But the gods were angry with his pride. They blew him off course and played games with him. So for 10 long years, he sailed this sea alone, lost. As you are lost now. My mother died when I was 6 years old. Here, in this place I call home. I was filled with grief, but I was not destroyed by it. Don't let your child's death destroy you.
I would have loved that baby. I would have loved him so much. I wanted to talk to Jack about it, but...
We Greeks are not like that. You know how we are feeling, happy or sad, at any given moment. Weep for your child, get drunk and shout at God. But then, go dancing.
Who should I dance with?
Only you know that.
Take me dancing.
Now, how does that look?
Maybe Jackie should have listened to Ethel.
Well, I tried, but she never listens. No, never. She doesn't listen to me, that one.
She never listens to anyone, not even me. I've asked her to come back, but she won't. Not till she's, ready. It's all about the baby.
Caroline, John, how are you? Oh, what Daddy.
Welcome home.
This is quite a house. Whoever did it up had overwhelming good taste.
Bad day, Jack?
Sometimes I think the South thinks it's a separate country.
Yes, it does. Well, it was. And your point is?
The police chief in Birmingham, Alabama, refused to hire Negro police officers. Do they want to go to war about civil rights?
Probably. They did, 100 years ago.
I'm sorry you've had such a bad day. Guess all that publicity about me and Aristotle didn't help.
Newsweek certainly made a meal out of it.
It simply isn't true, Ethel. He's an interesting man. I had a very good time. Besides, Jack has been so sweet and understanding about it.
You can make up for it by campaigning with me in Texas next month.
Texas.
Houston, San Antonio, Fort Worth, Dallas. I think that's about it.
Okay. We need to be together for a while.
All right, what movie are we watching tonight?
Good morning, Mrs. Kennedy. How nice to see you.
Hello, Elaine. I want to look really special for Ted. It's our 5th anniversary. We're having a dinner party.
Well, that's wonderful. Congratulations. It isn't hard to make you look lovely, Mrs. Kennedy. Thank you. Here, Kathy's waiting for you.
Hello.
Bobby, you going in again?
Getting back to the office.
Why don't you finish up those sandwiches while Bobby changes? Hello. Mr. Hoover. It's Hoover for you.
Yeah, say it again. What? Oh, is it serious?
They're saying the president's been shot.
I have to get to Dallas.
President Kennedy shot today just as his motorcade left downtown Dallas. Mrs. Kennedy jumped up and grabbed Mr. Kennedy.
So today's the big day? No, it isn't actually our anniversary tonight. It's not until next week. But we're celebrating it early because we're all going to Hyannisport for Thanksgiving. And can I tell you, I have found the most perfect gift for Teddy.
Yes. Oh my God, he's dead.
Those poor kids.
Mrs. Kennedy, your husband has sustained a fatal wound.
I know. How is he?
I don't know. I can't get any news. The phone lines are dead.
What's going on? Is there some kind of national reason the lines are down?
Phones aren't down. The circuits are busy.
And just now, we've received reports here at Parkland that Governor Connolly was shot in the upper left chest. And the first unconfirmed reports say the president was hit in the head. That's an unconfirmed report.
I don't believe it. Can't be true. I'm gonna go find a working phone, see what's going on. Stay with her. Bobby! Bobby, it's Ted. I just found a working phone. And
He's dead. Better call Mother and our sisters. Phones are useless.
From Dallas, Texas, the flash, apparently official, President Kennedy died at 1 p.m. Central Standard Time, 2 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, some 38 minutes ago. Vice President Johnson has left the hospital in Dallas.
We're going right away, Alex.
Okay, we gotta get our stuff. We'll go with Jackie. We need...
Get the nanny, Alex. Listen to me. Look at me. I have to go find a working phone somewhere. The White House, I don't know, somewhere. I'm calling my mother, and then I'm going to Hyannisport, all right?
All right, I'm going to help you.
No,
yes,
Joan,
I
you
know
have to
that I can
stay
do
here.
something.
Joan, just go to sleep or something, all right? I'll call you.